So the first round of the NBA draft is in the books, and a team that I think had one of the best drafts last night was the Washington Wizards. They were able to get the best player, in my opinion, in the 2024 draft with the second overall pick, with Zachary Risacher going 1 to the Hawks, and they got Alex Sarr at number 2. Then they made a shocker deal when they sent Denny Avdia to the Portland Trailblazers in exchange for pick 14, Malcolm Brogdon, and a future first in 2029. And I think when that deal went down, everybody was like, what is Washington doing, including me? And I still think that it was a weird decision because Denny was starting such a great contract and he was improving each and every year. But I guess the thought process for the Wizards, as they are going to be bad for the next couple of years, they're in their rebuild. By the time they're done with their rebuild, Denny may not have the same value when he's not on this contract anymore. He may leave in free agency for nothing. So they probably think this is the most they will ever get for him, which is definitely a risky decision to make. But I love them getting Bub Carrington at 14, one of my favorite point guards in this draft. And then they traded up a couple spots with the New York Knicks and got Keyshawn George, a nice 3-and-D wing. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? We are going to be doing a Washington Wizards rebuild. Shout out to the roster creator for this one. We aren't going to start in the offseason because it could get a little wonky right now. So we do have Alex Sarr, who apparently wanted to play the 4, and that's why he didn't want to go to Atlanta. But we never really heard Sarr say he didn't want to go to Atlanta. It seems like it's all his agency, which has been really weird because when he played for the Overtime Elite before like he could play professional basketball, he lived in Atlanta. I don't really get it whatsoever. Atlanta doesn't really have a franchise big man. Like Okongwu's fine, Clint Capella's fine, but Sarr could have been a difference maker in my opinion. So I love Washington getting him. We can experiment with him at the 4. I expect Jordan Poole to be much better in the second year of Washington. No way he's as bad as he was last year. We have Malcolm Brogdon, who's going to be a beautiful trade piece at the deadline, and he can actually be a nice mentor for Bub Carrington until then. I'm going to probably trade Corey Kispert as well. He's going to be a restricted free agent soon at the end of the year, and then I think him and Kuzma are probably going to be on the market, and we're going to just let the rookies and Bilal Coulibaly run the show. And we're going to send Kyle Kuzma to the Oklahoma City Thunder for the Jazz's top 10 protected pick here in 2025. Obviously, this is a much better draft. I doubt the Jazz make the playoffs, but hey, maybe they make the play-in tournament and lose in it, and we are getting a nice pick at the end of the lottery. Lindy Waters here to make the rosters work. So Kyle Kuzma, you are an Oklahoma City Thunder. And that's something like going back to the Denny trade that GMs do. They try to trade guys that you think are at the peak of their value. Like, what if Denny gets an injury, or what if he's just kind of the same player he was last year? Then he's probably less appealing as a trade asset. So I do see where they're coming from, because what's the point of Denny balling out and playing up to his contract right now, and then by the time his contract is done and you're still kind of getting out of the rebuild, is it worth to commit $30 million a year to Denny Avdia? That's a big risk. So I think, you know what, at the end of the day, it may be smart to do this, as much as we kind of wanted to see a Denny, Bilal, Sarr trio, because I know I wanted to. I don't know how Philadelphia got Kyle Anderson, but we are going to send Corey Kispert to Philadelphia for one of those Clippers picks. But hey, they're surrounding Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey with shooters. They got Jared McCain in the draft, and they're going to get Corey Kispert right here in a trade. As for Malcolm Brogdon, we're probably going to move him at the deadline. And what's nice for Keyshawn George, like, I thought he was going to be someone that was going to have to be in the G League. Probably not on this team. Like, he may start for us at the small forward position. Actually, I think I'm going to do Brogdon at the 1, Poole at the 2, Coulibaly at the 3, Sarr at the 4. I guess we'll rock Bagley at the 5, but I also like Tristan Vukcevic as well. And obviously, this team could change a little bit over the next couple of days. They could make a trade. They could let some of these guys walk in free agency. It's the last hurrah for Johnny Davis. He's going to get like 10 minutes a night. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to run a 9-man rotation. We're going to just hopefully build up Malcolm Brogdon's trade value, hopefully build up the same with Jordan Poole. I want Bilal Coulibaly getting a ton of minutes. Same with Alex Sarr. Bub Carrington's going to play a ton, just kind of go through the growing pains of being a rookie. Same with Keyshawn George as well. And yeah, this team is going to be really bad. We're going to be a rebuilding team. This team is perfectly fine if they are the worst team in the NBA in the 2026 season. They just want to see nice development from Alex Sarr and Bilal Coulibaly. It's not the end of the world if Bub Carrington doesn't have a great rookie year, or Keyshawn George, but you want to see the progress in Coulibaly's development in year 2, and you want to see that in Alex Sarr. And then you hopefully see Malcolm Brogdon play well enough, or maybe he gets traded like a couple days after this video comes out. But either way, that'll be a trade asset. And we did get a 2029 first. I think it'll probably be from Milwaukee then. So we start off the season with an L. We're going to see a lot of those. And yeah, we are 0-2 to start the year. I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. As we're approaching here towards the trade deadline, also noting that Tyus Jones isn't on the team here. He is a free agent. He could re-sign with the Washington Wizards. They could pay him a decent amount of money to help develop Alex Sarr. But hey, maybe that's what Malcolm Brogdon is for. Maybe that's what Bub Carrington could be for as well. And I did predict that he signs with the San Antonio Spurs in free agency. But hey, if he does re-sign with the Wizards, I probably would have traded him anyway by the time that we are contending for a championship, which may not come until like 2027. So Malcolm Brogdon having a really good year, I think will get me a nice return at the trade deadline. And oh yeah, Alex Sarr, you wanted to come to the Washington Wizards at number 2. I hope you're ready to lose 44 games at the trade deadline. Through our first 50 games, we are 6-44. Wow, Memphis is bad. That is interesting. We are terrible. We are terrible. Milwaukee is currently the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference right now. Yeah, I knew we were going to be bad. I didn't know we were going to be this bad. Jordan Poole, not really having the best season by any means, actually. Alex Sarr is having a fine rookie year. He's 18 years old. We definitely live with that. Brogdon, though, is having a good season, so I should be able to get something for him at the deadline. Maybe even Marvin Bagley as well. We'll see. Bub Carrington, I think, showing some promise. Like, once we trade away Malcolm Brogdon, he's going to be my starting point guard. Bilal, I would have liked to see a little bit more from you this year. Keyshawn George, the threes aren't falling. But yeah, he's just going to get a lot of run time. This team is obviously not very good, and we're going to be picking at the top of the 2025 draft. And as much as I'd like to re-sign Brogdon to have some roster continuity and some stability here, we can't pass up on getting a first-round pick for him. I mean, Jared McCain would be pretty sick. All right, so we're just going to have a really good working relationship with the Philadelphia 76ers. We're going to be sending them Malcolm Brogdon, and they are going to be sending me Robert Covington, who's not really going to play for us, and I'm going to get a swap pick in 2026 for Malcolm Brogdon. So yeah, this team is not going to be great throughout the rest of the season. We're just going to play Bub Carrington a ton of minutes at the 1, Bilal a ton of minutes, Alex Sarr a ton of minutes. We're not going to win a lot of games. So yeah, I'm fully prepared to be 6-76 by the end of the year. I don't think there's any contract extensions to really work on right now. Bagley, don't really plan on bringing him back, so I think we're good to roll into the offseason. And Nikola Jokic wins another MVP here at the end of the 2025 season. It'll say 2024, but 2025. Love that James Harden signed with the Detroit Pistons, because we're definitely going to see that in real life. Do we get anybody on the all-rookie teams? We'll see, but Alex Sarr, all-defensive second team. Okay, I see you. They may be mixed in with the 2023 rookies, probably. He does make all-rookie first team with fellow Frenchman Victor Wembanyama. Let's go. Bub Carrington on all-rookie second team. You know what? Bub had a solid year for a rookie. Rookie guards, they're inefficient. We just saw that from Scoot Henderson this past season. I am very excited about Carrington's future because he really just spent 1 year at Pittsburgh playing the point guard position. He wasn't a point guard in high school. He's got great size, great speed. I think he's strong enough. I think he's going to play at the NBA level right away. So yeah, we ended the season with a horrible record. I don't know why Bilal didn't really improve too much this year, but it's fine. He's just still 20 years old. And I'm excited to have like a full offseason with this team under our belts, and we can really develop an identity for this team. We're going to have, I think, multiple first-round picks. Like, I know I definitely have my first. It's like top 13 protected for the next couple of years. There was a 2-way tie for the first seed in the Eastern Conference. We finished with 12 wins. So I'm fully prepared to fall to the 5th overall pick on draft night. And we see the New York Knicks lose to the Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Sacramento Kings, the 8-seeded Kings, beat the Warriors in 7. Okay, hello Sacramento, I see you. Duncan Robinson is now a King, and the Magic beat the Kings in the NBA Finals, and Paolo Banchero is your Finals MVP. Imagine we saw that in 2025. That would be kind of insane. Hey, it would be entertaining as LeBron ended up on the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay. All right, Jeff Otto, please treat us well, and we fall to 5. Come on, man. I win 12 games to fall to the 5th overall pick. That sucks so much. And that is our only first round pick in this draft. Oh my God, that sucks so much, man. All right, well, there's still going to be some good talent on the board here. This is a much better draft than the 2024 draft. Like, I'm not getting Cooper Flagg. I may not even get JQ, which would have been a nice big man to put next to Alex Sarr. I mean, I'm cool with Ace Bailey. I'm cool with Noah Traore. I'm cool with Dylan Harper or Drake Powell. Kamal Malak could be pretty good, or VJ Edgecombe as well. So there are some solid options still on the board. I don't think Jordan Poole played well enough to trade his contract. And it says I have the 3rd overall pick in this draft. Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how I have this pick because I don't remember. Oh my God, was this from the Sixers trade? No, I got the Jazz pick from the Thunder. What did I get for Kispert? The 2028 first. Okay, yeah, so this is based off the 2024 season where they would have this pick from the Daniel Gafford trade. Yeah, I'm obviously not keeping this. Got me excited there, man. Got me excited. So I think I have to send this to the OKC Thunder. But hey, I still think we're going to get a really good talent at number 5 in this draft. We just got to kind of figure out what we're going to do in free agency. I would love to get another pick in this draft, but I don't really think we can. I mean, I could move that Jazz pick next year if we wanted to, because I think it has a top 10 protection on it. So let's see. Would the Sixers maybe want at 13? Maybe the Blazers at 8? Would they want to trade out completely? I think we could see like the Sixers at 13. Like, that's something the Knicks did with the Ousmane Dieng pick a couple years ago. Obviously, they did that to get Jalen Brunson, and they are going to decline that. They want us to swap seconds. Okay, cool. So now we have 2 lottery picks. which I'm all for. Nolan Traore, that is sick. They get the fellow Frenchman in San Antonio to lead the show with the other Frenchman and Victor Wembanyama. And how crazy is it that there were 3 Frenchmen in the top 10 in this year's draft with Risache, Sarr, and Tijan Salon. There goes JQ, one of the best big men in this draft. He's playing at Arizona State. Dylan Harper goes 3. Okay, so Cooper Flagg is still on the board. He goes number 4 to Houston. And I think I may go Ace Bailey, but I do worry about the shot. So I honestly may go in a different route. We could go Ian Jackson from UNC, who we could put in between Bub Carrington and Bilal Coulibaly. We could go Dig Pate as well, who I like, but I think if he's still on the board at 13, I would take him. I looked at Kaman Malak, but I think he could be on the board at 13 as well. So I'm actually going to go Ian Jackson out of UNC here with the 5th overall pick, a 6'7" You know that Will Dawkins, the GM of the Washington Wizards, loves the size and the versatility of these prospects, and Ian Jackson could definitely fit that mold. So let's see who goes in between us and our next pick. The Dallas Mavericks are on the clock. They are trading this pick for Jeremy Grant. That is something that we could see this offseason. It's been rumored. There goes Dig Pate, who played last year for the G League Ignite. No idea what he's doing this year. Floyd Badunga goes here to out of Kansas. Portland takes Carter Bryant. Detroit takes Ace Bailey. That's an absolute steal with the 9th overall pick. Utah at 10. Damn, we had their top 10 protected pick, and it ended up at 10. No, New Orleans, you stole my guy. Oh my God, and there goes VJ Edgecombe. Damn, that would have been nice. We could double up on UNC prospects and go Drake Powell here. Man, I really wanted Kaman Malak. I don't hate the idea of Liam McNeely from UConn. I don't. That could be a potential guy. We could look to trade this pick. All right, it seems like I could get Kaman Malak from the Pelicans. I'm not going to take that first. That is pretty unrealistic. I will throw in 3 seconds. So we're basically giving them 3 seconds to get Malak, and they're going to agree to that. That is somewhat of a realistic draft night trade. We've seen that before with like the LA Clippers getting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Hornets getting Miles Bridges, and the Pelicans get multiple seconds and the next best big man on the board. So hey, I am a fan of this draft for sure. We were 1 pick away from getting Cooper Flagg. We get Ian Jackson, and we get Kaman Malak as well. We are going to decline the options on Johnny Davis and Landry Shamet, frees up $18 million. And now we're going to have Malak 7'2" and Alex Sarr in the front court 7'1". That is going to be nasty. I'm going to give Tristan Vukcevic the qualifying offer. I'd actually like for him to be my backup center next year. Donovan Mitchell headed into free agency. Do we sign him? No, we're still a rebuilding team. I don't really think I'm going to go after Paul George, Jimmy Butler, nobody like that. Apparently Jimmy Butler is not signing an extension in Miami, which is very interesting, if this would actually be his last year as a Miami Heat. So we have about 7 guys under contract, and all of these guys will be in the rotation next year. Bub Carrington is going to start at the 1. Poole is going to be the 6th man. Bilal is going to probably start at the 3. Ian Jackson at the 2. And then we kind of have our starting 5 figured out. I actually want to change some of these positions around. Like, could I move Poole to a shooting guard? Okay, there we go. Can I move Bilal to a small forward? Boom, there we go. And I want to move Keyshawn George to a small forward. Perfect. So I don't mind a veteran point guard as well that we could bring here. Kyle Lowry, he's a little bit older. Markelle Fultz could be somebody that is now a veteran point guard at 27 years old. So let's give Markelle Fultz a 2-year deal. Let's do 3 years, but we're going to do a team option on the final year. Like I said, I want some roster continuity. I don't want guys coming in and coming out right now. So I basically want to add 2 more guys. So one is going to be Markelle Fultz, and then we can add another wing, maybe with higher upside. Aaron Wiggins, I actually like that a ton. So let's do the same contract to Aaron Wiggins, and let's pay him around $8 million a year as well. So we're going to pick up Markelle Fultz and Aaron Wiggins this offseason, and hopefully bring back Tristan Vukcevic as well. We did have a $21 million trade exception for Kyle Kuzma, but hey, I don't think we're going to be good next year, but who knows? Maybe we will be good with some of these prospects, but I am perfectly fine if we are still one of the worst teams in the league. And we get Vukcevic back on the qualifying offer, which is great. Alex Sarr is our highest overall player with Bilal at number 2. There's Jordan Poole. We got 2 more years left to Poole. Does he have a player option? Don't tell me he does. Okay. So 2 more years left to Poole. The contract could become tradable next offseason, but I'm fine with that. I wish 2K also made it valuable for us to take on bad contracts. Like, that could be another cool feature as well. The game could definitely realize this based off stats, age, like production, and contract value. They can label contracts good, bad, neutral, something like that. And then if they're bad contracts, that could incentivize teams to give up a first-round pick to get off them. Like, that would be a really cool feature for us, like a rebuilding team, to get an additional first-round pick to take on like an Andrew Wiggins type contract or a Ben Simmons type contract. You know what I mean? All right, so I don't think I'm going to send anybody to the G League this season. It's a big year for the young core. Like, Bub Carrington's going to start at the 1. I want our 5th overall pick, Ian Jackson, starting at the 2. We're going to have Bilal at the 3, Sarr at the 4, Kaman Malak at the 5. And this is what the starting 5 is going to look like. We got Carrington at the 1, Ian Jackson at the 2, Bilal at the 3, Sarr at the 4, and Kaman Malak at the 5, with Jordan Poole, Keyshawn George, Aaron Wiggins, Markelle Fultz, and Tristan Vukcevic off the bench. I don't think we're going to be like sellers at the deadline by any means, because our core is still relatively young. Young. I mean, if I got offered a nice first rounder for Aaron Wiggins or Markelle Fultz, I would think about it, but I don't really plan on doing that right now. First game of the year is at home. We lost by 16 to the Orlando Magic. Bilal Coulibaly shot 2 for 14. You absolutely hate to see it to start off the year. And then we lose by 6 to the Indiana Pacers. Like I said, I don't think we're going to be all that good this year. Kamal Malak shot 3 for 15. You also hate to see it. Hey, this is what I call improvement. We have 10 more wins at this year's trade deadline. We are 14 and 36, or no, 8 more wins, excuse me. We're probably still the worst team in the Eastern Conference, but hey, we're closer to Brooklyn, Miami, Chicago right now. Offensively, in the East, we are the second worst team. Defensively, we are the worst team in the Eastern Conference. We have a negative 11-point differential. I will say that's not great. That is not great whatsoever. But Alex Sarr is improving, just still 19 years old. Ian Jackson showing nice offensive potential in year number 1. He's just 20 years old. Bob Carrington's averaging 7 assists a night. Hell yeah, let's ride with that. Jordan Poole, honestly, in those limited minutes, that efficiency is amazing. Keep it up, Jordan Poole. I'd rather you were making $10 million a year than $32 million a year, but we're gonna have to live with it. Bilal, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me. Kamal Malak, showing fine promise in year number 1. Would like for the efficiency to be a little bit better. Keyshawn George, damn, has kind of gone down from last year, which is really weird, but I think this team is still in a really good situation. We're not going to re-sign Jordan Poole right now, but like $15 million a year, I could be interested in that in a year from now. All right, so we finished with a 20 and 62 record. Hey, it's improvement. JQ by the Chicago Bulls, Rookie of the Year. They got some future now with Giddey, Caruso. Well, sorry, not Caruso. Kobe White, Montes Buzelis now. Shout out to Dalton Connect winning 6th Man of the Year in LA. I mean, that is a huge pickup. Also, Rob Dillingham getting traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves on draft night was maybe the biggest shocker. Did not expect them to end up with Rob freaking Dillingham, a top 6 player in this draft for me. Just absolute insanity. We're not going to get anybody on an All-NBA team. Maybe possibly in this video. We'll see. We do get Malak, and we do get Ian Jackson on All-Rookie First Team. We'll take that. All right, so like end of the year report card, Sarr, I would say is like an A. Like he's trending in the right direction. I'd like the 3-point percentage to be a little bit better. He's a good free throw shooter. Makes me think he can be a good 3-point shooter. Ian Jackson, really good season. Bob Carrington, got like a lot planned on him in the future. 3-point percentage could be better, but I actually think he's going to be an elite shooter next year and average 7 assists a night. Jordan Poole, like that efficiency I'm cool with. 62% true shooting percentage off the bench. There's Malak, Fultz. Keyshawn George was a little disappointing. Same with Tristan Vukcevic. He could have done a little bit more though. So let's see who wins the 2026 NBA Finals. I would love to get a top pick in this upcoming draft lottery, but we will see. As you have the Orlando Magic losing in 7 games to the Pacers. And we have a Pacers-Lakers final, a rematch from the 2024 in-season tournament. Dalton Connect, DeMar DeRozan, oh my God, the Raptors, LeBronto, and living on in memory. So no LeBron, but Mitchell Robinson, DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, and AD leading this team. I feel like the Pacers are going to beat them. They also have D'Angelo Russell now as well, and Andre Drummond. Oh, wow, the Lakers swept them. And AD is your finals MVP. They were a 7 seed. I think the Kings last year were in the finals as an 8 seed. What is going on in the Western Conference? So I think, have to trade over on my first round pick. Wow, it's projected at number 1 again. Does it drop to 5? I give up, man. I give up for the 2nd straight year. We have the number 1 overall pick, and it drops to 5. That sucks so much. Do we even have any other first round picks in this draft? Sadly, we do not. Also, I don't even know why 2K says that the Rockets have this pick, like the New York Knicks own this Wizards pick now. That is just a damn shame. Brian Keefe is a free agent. Do I want to go a new head coach? Why not? Let's see. Can we get Joe Maz? Can we get Joe Maz to the Washington Wizards? I don't want Kevin Ollie. I mean, I would love Ime Udoka, but I'm sure he's going to get blocked. Yeah, he got blocked. Missoula actually doesn't even want to. So you know what? We'll bring back Brian Keefe. It seems like the Wizards front office really likes him. So we have the 5th overall pick. Probably not going to end up with one of the top 3 in Peterson, Boozer, and AJ Debenta. Why is Kamal Malak in this draft class? This is the same draft class creator. Does he not know? I think it's Joe DeKelmer, or Jack Move, the top draft class creator on 2K. Does he not realize that he is Malak in the same draft class? All right, there's going to be 2 Kamal Malaks in the NBA now. That's going to be funny. So Cam Boozer goes number 1 to the Houston Rockets. He should have been ours. San Antonio Spurs at 2, take AJ Debanta. He should have been ours. 3 is Jason Sandin. So Darren Peterson is still on the board. Memphis, don't do it to me. Okay. I'm taking Darren Peterson with this pick. All right, Ian Jackson, you're going to have some competition because Peterson could be the best guy from this draft class. He is a 78 overall. We'll see how much we can develop him. Malak now is on the Bulls. So let's sign Peterson. Let's go here to team player options. We're going to pick it up on all these guys, obviously. Hopefully next year we can flirt with the play-in tournament. You'd like to see at least a decent amount of development from the crew. I mean, we do have some money to spend. I mean, KD would be kind of funny just because he's kind of from the area, but we actually don't even have cap space right now. I don't really know how. Like, I know I'm paying Jordan Poole all this money, but we really don't have cap space. That is kind of crazy. So we're going to sit this one out this year. I may just try to get another backup big man if we don't get Tristan Vukcevic back. He wants $10 million a year. I mean, I'll offer you 1 year deal worth $10 million. All right, we get him back. This is a big year for Bilal Coulibaly because if he does not work out, you better start learning trade market, buddy. So I don't know what's going to happen with him, but it's still a very good young core. And Alex Sarr is up to an 87 overall. Yeah, Jack moved. So he's got, I guess, I don't know, Coulibaly in the same draft class. That is kind of funny. So we'll see which one is better. Hopefully it's the one we drafted. All right, this is going to be the rotation. Carrington, Jackson, Coulibaly, Sarr, and Malak with Peterson, Poole, Wiggins, Fultz, and Keyshawn George, and Tristan Vukcevic off the bench. It is a pretty deep rotation. We'll see how it works out. We're 3.5 star balance. First game of the year, we get blown out by 22. Hopefully this team is a little bit better. Bilal 1 for 10. Boy, oh boy, I did not expect Bilal to be this bad in this rebuild. That is a damn shame. We ended up losing by 7 here to the Houston Rockets. All right, we're 13 and 31. I thought this team was going to be competing for somewhat of a playing tournament spot this year, but I don't think it's happening. So I think we're going to actually have to make some pretty big changes and not keep running the course with this team. As much as I love Bilal, I mean, he is somewhat better this year. I just feel like we have so many wings that I feel like we got to figure out what we want to do with some of them. Like Ian Jackson's been great. How has this team been this bad? I do not know. Maybe Sarr at the 4 hasn't really been working out. Keyshawn George has become somewhat unplayable, unfortunately. And we're here at the trade deadline, 14 and 36. I feel like we should figure out, I don't know. Like, we could use Bilal the same thing they did with Denny Avdia. Is it worth to keep him around? We're going to have $34 million freed up in the offseason, and Sarr seems like he's been a little unhappy with this team's team success. We could look to try to sign a big free agent this offseason. As much as I like Bilal, and I obviously think he's going to be part of the Wizards' future in a big way, we have Peterson and Jackson who are under control for a couple more years and could give us equal production. I may see what the Bilal trade market is. And obviously, I probably should have traded him last offseason because it's going to be tough to get maybe a great return. All right, we're going to see if the Hornets will do this trade. Robert Williams, who could be a trade piece in the offseason, but could be a nice big man, and 3 first-round picks for Bilal Coulibaly. The Hornets are going to counter that with Markelle Fultz and a second. That's a good offer. Let me just see if I can get something better on the market. I mean, the Raptors are interested as well. I don't really want to pay Pirtle, but I would take on a couple first-round picks. You have this pick from the Pascal Siakam trade. What is your pick looking like this year? So 3 first-round picks and Jakob Pirtle for Bilal. Are they going to counter it? They do, but they want some first in that deal, which I don't really want to do. All right, that may be tough. All right, so could we trade Bilal Coulibaly for Brandon Clark? But I want to get some good Thunder picks. I want this swap vest. I want that Heat first, and I want to see... I mean, this is trying to, like, rob them. I don't think they will do this. Like, 3 really good first-round picks and Brandon Clark for Bilal Coulibaly. They counter it with Malak, which is low-key kind of interesting, but I don't think we should do that. What about if I take out the Denver first? So I'm getting 2 really good first-round picks and some matching salary for Bilal Coulibaly. They counter, or they don't even counter it. I'll give you 2. That second actually looks pretty good. Well, that's our second. I'll give you 1 second. All right, maybe we're gonna go back to the Hornets because yeah, we could try to see what they're gonna do. Wow, they have Cade Cunningham and LaMelo Ball, but they have a chance to, I think, really upgrade this team as well. And they have Zubac, so they don't really need Robert Williams. And I'm gonna ask for the Lakers first this year, your first this year, unprotected. Maybe this Heat first. Okay, I doubt I'm getting that 2026 first. How are they bad with LaMelo and Cade? And I'll give you Markelle Fultz or Aaron Wiggins. I guess I'll give you Fultz. So I guess they really like point guards there. Would they do this? They say no. I'm not throwing in those first. So instead of getting that first, just give me, what was it? Give me the Dallas first. So 3 first-round picks and Robert Williams for Bilal and Fultz, and they agree to that. So yeah, end of an era. Bilal, I thought was going to make it through this rebuild, and he does not. Yeah, this rebuild has not been kind to us. Basically, we just finished up the 2027 season, and we won like 21 games, 22 games. That is crazy. Oh my God, JJ Redick, Coach of the Year. That is insane. Just seeing that. It's like JJ Redick as a coach is wild. So, yeah, I don't know if I was going to feel comfortable paying Bilal Coulibaly $30+ million a year because that's probably what he was going to be asking for. We have an all-defensive first-team caliber big man. Like, we got to keep building around Alex Sarr. Like, he's really good for us. We do get Darren Peterson on an all-rookie first team. Hopefully, he can be special in this league. Kobe Buffkin finally getting rookie minutes. So, once again, we don't even sniff the play-in tournament. We were the worst team in the Eastern Conference. We were the worst team in the NBA. If I fall to 5 again on draft lottery for the 3rd straight year, I'm going to lose my mind. I think Malak is a fine backup center, but I think we're going to look for an upgrade right now. We are going to have some cap space to spend. I wouldn't mind moving Keyshawn George this offseason, and we're going to go full throttle with like this top 4 of Sarr, Jackson, Carrington, and Peterson. I mean, Peterson's 6'5", Jackson's 6'7". Jackson could be our starting small forward. Hopefully there's a big name free agent center out there, or even power forward if I wanted to move Sar to the 5 now. So Luka Doncic, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Julius Randle, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. They no longer have OG Anunoby. Don't tell me you traded him for Jeremy Grant. Hey, Bakoma Diet is a 77 overall. Lakers Knicks Finals. The NBA would be very happy about the ratings with this one, and the Lakers win in 6. They go back to back. What? That is insane. James Harden retires on the Magic. Russ retires as well. End of an era. There goes Tibbs. He's like, I'm calling it a quits after losing in the finals. And here we go. Draft lottery for the 3rd straight year. Don't drop me to 5. Don't do it. Please. I'm begging you. Oh my God. For the 3rd straight year, we pulled a 5. You gotta be kidding me. That is insane. And the picks we got, oh my God, we had 28 via Houston, 30 via the Lakers. That was in the Bilal trade. Oh, okay. Not great. Not great right now. Damn, I remember after the lottery too, when I did my number 2 pick Wizards rebuild, I remember how tough it was. The Wizards are low-key like my kryptonite in this game right now. All right, I have 6 draft picks. I'm not going to be able to draft all 6 of them, so I think I'm going to try to trade 3 in the second round and 22 in the second round. 30 and 28 to move up in the first. And with the Thunder give me 14 for all that, they will not. Okay, never mind. So we could probably just try to get, I don't know, like 18, 19, 20 for this. Can I move up to 23? I feel like it's kind of low. I mean, would the Raptors do this at 18? Bingo. So with the number 1 pick of the 27 draft, Marcus Johnson out of Ohio State goes number 1. This is apparently a real draft class. Gilbert Arenas' son goes number 2. I was going to try to draft him just because that's the only name I'm familiar with. So here on the clock at number 5, Elijah Williams is here, a small forward. No, my true legit center. There's Brandon McCoy. I feel like I've drafted that kid before. Jason Crow. Yeah, I feel like Elijah Williams is a no-brainer here. Getting another wing in Washington out of LaSalle. Shout out Philly. And we're just going to get another wing, but this guy could get traded. Jackson Richardson out of Georgia Tech. And then we snag Darius Barry Carroll. Don't know if he's the son of Joe Barry Carroll here with the 31st pick. All right, so let's sign all 3 of these guys. Like I said, though, trades could be made. We're going to pick up... I'm going to pick up the team option on Wiggins, obviously on Carrington as well. Keyshawn George can definitely be moved. We'll see. Vucevic, I'm not even going to extend the qualifying offer to. So, is there a big name center out there? Not really that I love. So, I mean, Mark Williams is good and all, but we could definitely see the trade market. Power forward wise, it's Kevin Durant, but I don't think we're convincing Kevin Durant. I mean, we could on a 1-year deal. Play him at the 4, start at the 5. Yeah, I don't think he's going to sign with us. I mean, we could try to go after De'Aaron Fox. And then Carrington kind of moves to the bench. I mean, that's a possibility. All right, so we're actually going to save money with this trade. We're going to make a trade with the Pistons. We're going to send them Time Lord and Keyshawn George in exchange for Jalen Duren and a future unprotected 1st-round pick. I think I would still have money here to go after De'Aaron Fox. I'm tired of losing. Let's sign De'Aaron Fox. 4-year deal. Does he have any real offers out there? He doesn't. So let's give De'Aaron Fox a 4-year deal. Let's do like $42 million a year, but it's going to be ascending. And he signs with us. So, yeah, I said enough is enough. We're trying to upgrade this team this offseason. We get Jalen Duren, just another bruising center. Come on, Malak's going to move to the bench. And we just had De'Aaron Fox. As much as I love Bob Carrington, he's going to move to the bench as well. And we'll see how far this team can go in the Eastern Conference next season. We do have like a nice mid-level exception. I mean, Tari Eason's available. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? If I can get Tari Eason, I probably should do that. So let's give Tari Eason a 3-year deal, $15 million a year. We're going to renounce the rights on Vucevic. I'm cool with that. And I'm hoping for the first time in this video, we're going to make the playoffs. This team is still probably a year away from competing for a title, but I like what we got right now. And maybe Jalen Duren does kind of similar stuff to Kamal Malak, but hey, it's still another piece. He's not a free agent at the end of this year, right? Okay, yeah, he's under control. $20 million a year, like that's tradable if it goes south, but I think we're going to be okay. We're going to have maybe Elijah Williams, the rookie, be the 6th man, or Bub Carrington as well. Like, we're going to have a 5-man bench again. Aaron Wiggins, you're going to get like 14 minutes a night. Jackson Richardson probably going to get sent to the G League. Elijah Williams, you're probably going to get like 18 minutes actually. We're going to go 18 to Eason, 20 to Malak. Let's go like 21 to Bub. 28 to Duren, 33 to Sar is fine with me. We're going to go 30 to Jackson. I got to play more to Peterson. All right, we're going to actually do something like this. And then I got 6 more minutes to play with. Let's go 30 to Peterson, 34 to Aaron Fox. Under Brian Keefe, this is 3.5-star balance. Can we finally start off the season with a dub? Please? We haven't started off one. Yes, finally, we win. And we won by 14. Let's go. Still being a solid shooter, and I think being a nice veteran presence, better defender than Bub as well. Darren Peterson, though, this guy, stud. I still can't believe he fell to me at number 5. Ian Jackson, this wing duo, I wish we had a cool name for them, but they're a beast together. We got Alex Sar at the 4, still a bruiser inside. The 3-pointers are kind of falling now for the first time in his career. He's going to get a massive payday at the end of the year. Jalen Duren, a little bit more veteran presence inside, which is nice. And then just like this team feels better with Bub being a kind of microwave scorer and facilitator off the bench. 6 assists off the bench is kind of insane as well. And then you got Kamama Lock down there as well. Feel better about him as the backup 5 than the starting 5. There's Tart Eason doing the dirty work, bruiser stuff off the bench. We still have Elijah Williams in our back pocket, the 5th overall pick from this past draft. And we got Aaron Wiggins as well, being a very consistent shooter. Now, future draft picks, we do have our first round pick this year, Heat lottery protected, and the Mavericks unprotected. If the Mavericks good, they're 26 and 25. They could miss out on the playoffs for sure. The Heat probably will, but it is lottery protected, so I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't think I could do any contract extensions right now. Sorry, we're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. I could actually sign Bub and Aaron Wiggins right now. All right, let's lock up Bub. We'll give him a Denny of Dia type extension, 4 years, around kind of $50 million. Hey, and I'll pay Aaron Wiggins as well, 2 years, $16 million. Like I said, though, Sar, we're not doing this. And Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Dash Daniels, sick name, younger brother Tyson. I don't know, maybe. Gets Rookie of the Year. Honestly, I don't know. Australia? Like, it could be. 6 Man of the Year, Stephon Castle. Depoy Wemby. Of course, Vucevic most improved after he leaves us. I'm glad he got a job somewhere, you know? Greg Popovich still coaching, gets Coach of the Year. Do we get any Wizards on the All-NBA teams? We unfortunately do not. No Alex Sarr on all defensive first team, but he does make defensive second team. So does Edgecombe, who we could have drafted, and Ace Bailey. He's a beast. Shout out to Coleman Hawkins on all rookie first team as well. So we made the playoffs as the 1 seed. We were the laughing stock for so many years. And I guess De'Aaron Fox has really turned this franchise around. And the young core is finally breaking out. I mean, are we really going to go worse the first in this rebuild? That would be kind of insane if we could pull that off. Now for the playoffs, we're going to trim down the rotation a little bit. As much as I love like Aaron Wiggins on this team, I don't think he's going to play all that much. Because we're going to go 35 to Sarr and Fox, 30 to Duren. Let's go 35 to Jackson and Peterson as well. We're taking on the Chicago Bulls with Keontae George, Kobe White, Buzelis, Caleb Wilson, JQ, with Sword Thompson off the bench, Gigi Jackson. Oh, Kamama Lock versus Kamama Lock. You'll love to see it. Round number 1, Wizards, Bulls, the Michael Jordan series. Don't lose. Okay, thank you. We end up winning in 6. Definitely lacking optimism that we're going to make a finals run if the 8-seeded Bulls are pushing us to 6. But hey, we're here taking on Cleveland. They have Zachary Resachet now. Okay, he got traded to Cleveland. I mean, he could get traded after 2 years. Who knows? That is kind of insane. Imagine he headlined like a Donovan Mitchell package. Can we beat them and go to the conference finals? Yeah, they're definitely less scary when they don't have Donovan Mitchell. But now we're taking on the Wizards here in the conference finals. Oh my God, Ian Jackson and Darren Peterson. This wing duo is insane. The Hornets in the conference finals. This team is sick, and they have Bilal, so they have that revenge series against us. And when I did my Knicks Mikal Bridges rebuild, the Hornets built a 6 squad. So what? How did they get him for $2 million a year? I mean, if that was gonna happen, I would have got him for $2 million a year. Okay, it is what it is. They're probably gonna beat us, but I'm okay with it. We do end up beating them in game number 1. Darren Peterson, 36 points. Oh my God, what a playoff breakout series for Peterson. This is like Anthony Edwards-esque. Same with Ian Jackson as well. They are taking over. Game 2 goes to the Wizards. Wow, we're up. We won by 11. Okay, I'm not freaking out. Can we go to the finals this year? We ended up getting blown out in game 3. Are they gonna make this a brand new series and tie it up? Yeah, they do. Okay, never mind. I got my hopes up. I feel like they're just gonna win 4 in a row. No, we take a 3-2 lead. Can we win in 6, or are we going to a game 7? Oh, we're going to a game 7. Here we go. All right, here we go. We're at home. Just don't get blown out. Please put up a fight. I don't feel good after that first quarter, but hey, we have a fantastic second quarter. We're up by 3 right now. Big third quarter ahead of us. Tie game. Oh boy. Darren Fox has 18 points. Nobody's in like deep foul trouble right now, which is good. Who's got 4 fouls for them? Oh, they have Elijah Arenas as well. Bilal's got 4 fouls. How's he been? He's been, wow, second overall pick. He didn't really do much in his rookie year. Obviously playing behind Cade Cunningham and LaMelo Ball. He's not going to get a lot of run time. Please show up in the 4th. We're up by 5. Here we go. 6 minutes to go. We are, oh my God, we had a chance to pull away. We're up by 7 with 2 minutes to go. Oh my God, do not blow a 7-point lead. We're up by 6. Oh my God, we're up by 3. Don't tell me this goes to overtime. Oh my God, we won by 3 points. Oh boy. Oh my God. Fox with 28. 5 blocks for Alex Sarr. This dude is a stud defensively. And the Wizards pull off the impossible. We're in the NBA Finals. Wow. Against the Houston Rockets. Oh my God, that is insane. I mean, this Rockets team is good. I mean, they got Cooper Flagg. I mean, they're deep with young talent. They still got Reed Shepherd. But yeah, I don't know. That Hornets team could be better. We do win game 1. This is the Russell Westbrook Bowl. This is the John Wall Bowl. Game number 2. Oh my God, the Wizards are up 2-0. All right, I did not expect to win it all this year. I thought next year was going to be the year. Alex Sarr, though, is apparently shooting 75% from 3 in the playoffs. He has taken 12. He's hit 9 of them. Game number 3. Oh my God. Oh my God. 2K is going to give me luck. No way. All right. You know what? Let's freaking go. That is good karma from going from 1 to 5 every draft, and we won it. Oh, what the hell? Did we have a Mickey Mouse run? I don't know. Darren Peterson Finals MVP. I mean, Cavs in round 2, I think, was a little bit better now that they don't have Donovan Mitchell. I mean, I'm surprised we beat Charlotte, but we beat them in 7, and they're a younger team too, like us. We swept the Rockets, who were the 4 seed, who swept the 8 seeded Suns. Oh, maybe they had a Mickey Mouse run. In the playoffs, though, shout out to Ian Jackson and Darren Peterson. That is like breakout stuff from a 23 and 21-year-old. Like, wow, Darren Peterson was so good in the finals. Ian Jackson was so good in the conference final. And the Washington Wizards won it all. How about that? I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, I would appreciate it if you drop a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about the Wizards and their future in the comments below. My next rebuild, I'm pretty sure is going to be the 10-year Nets one. I'm very excited to record that. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.